But you should be proud to be doing Sentinel training and strongly consider joining if you're not. Other programs use long-term repetitive cycles. Sentinel uses 4-week varied progressions, while other programs often slip into movement redundancy or recycle entire training blocks. Sentinel stays true to the CrossFit methodology of constantly varied functional movements. That methodology also guides us in delivering intensity with minimal effective dose, where others favor volume, misrepresenting that as value for money. If you want a hands-off approach with minimal coaching or review, stay where you are. If you want level 3 trainers who care about your progress and test the workouts for you, reviewing your videos, offering coaching and feedback, then you need us. You need Sentinel Training. Start your free trial at trainsentinel.com.
Welcome.
What up?
What do you think of the thumbnail? Did you see the thumbnail?
Oh, yes, I did. Dude, that's crazy. It is crazy. Like, I don't know who told me that I've had a lot of different looks. I mean, obviously
a lot,
but like lately, like that pictures from the jersey pictures from 23. So yeah, like 2.5 years. All those are yeah. I think that's from 23. So from then on is a pretty short time span.
Yeah, it's wild. I think what happens, I gather what happens, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You sort of get bored and lazy, and then you just like don't shave for a while or don't cut your hair for a while. And then you're like, oh, I'm bored and lazy of this now. I need to change it.
Let's see. So I'll explain each one. So the first
this one here, the sunglasses, that's the most like, I feel like that's the most effort you're putting into your appearance and anything.
Perfect. Yeah. See, like I did put some effort in my appearance, mostly because, well, I mean, I had never really grown my hair out since I was a kid, so I didn't know what it would be like, how annoying it would be. And I worked at the fire department, so obviously I had to be clean shaven. I'm just, you know, I just have some facial hair there because I was like on vacation for a week or so. So the mustache, that explains the mustache. And then the clean cut, like when I was working there, it just seemed like the right thing to do. You know, you're supposed to, I feel like that's kind of the job you want to be clean cut at. And then I was like, you know what, screw it. When I got married, I was like, I'm going to grow my hair out. I'm not trying to like.
What a lucky gal.
Yeah, I'm not trying to impress the ladies anymore. Who do I got to impress? So I'll just look like an idiot. You know, she's not going to leave me for looking like an idiot for a little while. And she definitely didn't like it, but she doesn't care that much. But dude, you should see my hair. If I don't wear a hat, I gotta be a slave to my hat, obviously. And I look crazy without it.
Are you doing some kind of like I won't cut my hair until thing? You know,
no.
There's a guy in the UK doing one. I think he stopped now. It was like, I won't cut my hair until Man United win 2 games in a row.
Well, that's like baseball players. You know, they're real superstitious. So like if you start growing your hair out, like you're supposed to keep it growing. That's mostly a baseball player thing. No, I mean, look, I've got like the sides trimmed a little bit, so that cleans it up. Like the picture in the fire department hat, I don't have the sides cleaned up. That looks crazy.
Look at this. I hit that.
Yeah, that one's like, oh, you like that? That one was I shaved my head because that was peak laziness, because it was way easier to shave your head. So that was peak laziness to shave it. I look the worst with that. I mean, there's no doubt, but it's the easiest haircut there is.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is the worst look.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What part?
I don't know. I just think headbands are kind of gay. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is gay, but I don't have well, I didn't have a choice. The hat, so the like I think that picture is, I believe that picture is after the handstand push-up workout in 24. You can't wear a hat for handstand push-ups, it'll come off. It was like handstand walking, handstand push-ups, so I couldn't wear a hat. And they kind of make me hot, so like headband's the only way to go. I know I look horrible with it. It's just the only option.
What will be worse is those wiry kind of ones. You know, the one that's like it's like a coiled wire almost, and it really pins it back.
Like just like a headband like girls wear, or just like
yeah, you can get one that's like oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
That'd
it's
be
almost like
worse.
it has like teeth in it, and you just push your hair back and you put that in your hair.
Yeah. Oh, I'm wrong. That's his favorite. That's Kenneth's favorite. That's Greek DiCicco. Oh, keep an eye on the comments, Angelo. At the end of the show, I'm going to get you to pick someone who gets free open registration, so you can go back and pick whoever you think, and then we'll send them.
Up?
Then they can gift it.
Oh, okay, cool.
To their friend or their enemy, whichever.
Their enemy.
Where are you? You're in your like shed or something, right?
I'm in my basement. Like,
oh, that's a bow, is it?
Yeah, there's my bow right there. That's a new bow. I haven't set it up, but my gym's over there. Like the wall you're looking at right here is my sauna, and then it's like in the middle. Yeah, you've never been to my house.
No, you wouldn't consider putting any like plasterboard on your ceiling, no?
Yeah, I would, but like
diminishing returns.
It was like that when we moved in, and I don't really care.
Yeah, this is true. I cannot comprehend a basement. It's just like such a bizarre concept. Like, it's like, what do you mean the foundation is underneath the house? What do you mean there's something underneath the house? Like downstairs?
Yeah.
But we're already downstairs.
This is the downstairs.
What do you just, is there stairs in your, like regular stairs in your house? Like as in when you're on the ground level, can you go up?
No, I mean, well, you know, like the South is weird because almost everybody has like a walkout basement. Like up north, you have like an actual basement, like a cellar almost. Like here, like right here, this is the ground level, but everything's so hilly. So is my front door. My front door is like right up there, and that is also ground level. So it's just a big hill.
You're kind of built into the hill.
Yeah, so like that's under that.
What's a walkout basement?
Like you can walk out of it. Like there's a door right there, and it's like my driveway right there.
Oh, so it's not like an imprisonment basement.
No. Like there's not just one way out. No, there's stairs, and then there's the door.
Okay, so you couldn't kidnap someone, really?
No, not really. It'd be hard. You'd have to figure out some more options. Like, cause I have the garage to the side, so half of the downstairs is the basement, half of it's garage, which is nice because the gym is heated and cooled.
Am I like, when I move on your screen, am I kind of
like dragging, kind of
stuttery
like
or something? Yeah.
It
looks like that for me, and it's really odd seeing it because it looks like I'm high.
Maybe just not that I know. No, it's not that
bad. Yeah, we have no basements. Is your house called a bungalow then, or do you put a name on it?
Just a house.
What do you call it?
It's just a house.
What do you call a house with more than one floor then?
Multi-story house.
Okay.
Like a one-story house is a ground level. I don't know, ground level. There's a lot of words for it. I don't think there's really a name for it. Just like single-story house, and then I would have a two-story house. Like I have.
Two-story. Yeah, we call it two-story. So bungalow for us is one floor.
Just
dormer. A dormer is like one floor with like a little,
like a loft,
not a full, sort of, and then two-story. And you just live, I guess, everywhere around there is just people live on their own. Like you're not attached to another house, or you're not in like a neighborhood, so to speak.
No. I mean, not everybody, but I don't live attached to any other houses. Like I don't have a town. We call them townhouses. Is like it's pretty much a house, not an apartment, but it's a house is attached to other ones. I just live outside of the city, so like a lot of people do live in those. We have a lot of townhouses, but no, I'm like Sam and Zoe. They lived in a townhouse when they lived here. But no,
pretty much everything here is townhouses. Like my house is attached to another house.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's a proper house though. It's a real house.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of those in like actually in the city, but I'm just outside of the city. So no.
Civic planning. So how far do you live from the gym then?
It's like exactly 14 minutes. That's what my phone says when I get in the car.
You Google Map it even though you know where you're going.
Your phone doesn't do that. Like your frequent places.
Oh, yeah.
14 minutes to work or something. It says what it says to me.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
If you go there a lot at the same time.
Are you spending more time, less time, or the same amount of time there now as when you were like training for the games and stuff?
More time. I mean, I'm usually in my office every day. Like, I usually get there around like 7:38, and then I'm there till Depends on if I work out there or not. I usually work till like 3-ish, and I'll work out and then come home, or I'll just come home and work out at home, obviously. Just because I got to come take care of the dogs, so I'll come get the dogs and work out, and then just hang out. So
they're like teacher hours.
Probably a little more. Yeah, I kind of like teacher hours, but work like never really stops. I like work most of the weekend because on
Replying to
Saturdays,
emails, texting, that kind of stuff.
yeah. Well, but then I go to because then I'll go to the gym on Saturday and be there for most of the morning, like with the athletes, and I'll work out, of course. And then on Sunday, I do a little bit of I have to program for the individual athletes for Monday. So and it's not like that much, but it's just kind of like, I don't know, get your work done kind of deal.
So you finished second at the games last year with Mayhem.
Yeah.
And then were you were already kind of programmed you were doing Mayhem Hunt, and were you doing were you doing individual programming then or no?
Yeah, Paige was like one of, if not my first individual athlete outside of my team. Like I programmed for my teammates in the off season. I did that last year, with Dom kind of overseeing it because I just had never programmed for somebody like alone. So he kind of oversaw it, but I was basically programmed for them. So I would say, depends how you look at it, but Paige for sure would be like my first elite athlete that I coached for and I coached her before I went to the games this year.
And then so after the games finishes, immediately were you like, all right, cool, I'm a coach now?
Yeah, pretty much.
There was because you always hear about like, especially footballers and stuff, like the first day they get out of bed when they've retired and they're like, fuck, what do I do now? Like, had you any kind of like, maybe I should just not say anything to anyone and just kind of keep seeing what happens?
Yeah.
Are you keeping seeing what happens?
Maybe. We'll see.
So you're not like fully officially like never again?
No. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is, I guess, here's a little bit of a hot take for you. I don't really consider it retirement, especially in my shoes. Like if you like Brooke Wells, let's take her for instance. That's retirement to me. You are perennial top 10 games athlete. You want to announce your retirement, and then the way you do that is you say, hey, like basically, I'm not quitting. Maybe I'm not quitting competitive CrossFit, but like I'm not gonna try to get top 10 in the games anymore. Is basically the sentiment I get from what she says. Like, hey, I didn't finish top 10 of the games multiple times in a row, so it's not really retirement. Just kind of doing something different. I don't know. I hate the retirement idea.
I guess it's sort of like, I don't know. I think in CrossFit, and I think people tend to go, the best tend to go teenager or straight into elite individual.
Mm-hmm.
And then they either quit and they're like, I've had enough, I'm done. Or they go team to prolong it for another few years, and then they quit. Like Rich did it. Noah is sort of in the process of doing it seems. Like, this that kind of. So I think it's maybe underselling what you've done to just be like, oh, you can't retire if you were never good enough, you can't retire. Like, it's sort of underselling what you've actually achieved. I take your point, but it's also like, I think there, especially for people watching the sport, there is sort of like a bookend progression to things that people like people like putting things in holes, and they're like, all right, clip that. They're all like, okay, this is he's finished doing this now, and now he's doing this, or she has stopped, so her irrelevance is inevitable. I'm going to focus on the next person that's coming up. But you're not. So say if, I don't know, Sam was like, oh, maybe like, let's do Crash and see what happens. Like, would you be like, yeah, okay?
Maybe. Like it was always like a soft retirement. Like I even told them before, I was like, hey, if we're not going to do team or anything, and I'm in like good shape, and like if I continue to train, I might just try to do some of the semifinals. So like, or even just, I don't know, just like I want to stay in good enough shape to compete. And I didn't know what that would look like. Like maybe I would just like fall into just wanting to coach and like going all in on that. And obviously I would still work out, but like maybe I would just find a different avenue that I cared more about. And it just would like naturally coerce me away from competing. Or like, and I've said this to a couple people that like, I think one of my better attributes as a coach would be that I can still do some of the stuff at almost at the highest level where I can kind of keep up with them and get an idea of like, just for instance, like if their workout at semifinals comes out and I want to test it, I could try to test it and give them a really real world example of like, hey, this workout's really hard on the rope climbs or whatever it is. Like, so I think that would be, because I think each athlete looks for something different in a coach. And that could be the thing that like some might draw some athletes to me, like, oh, he can like actually test them for me and do them and let me know like how it feels. Some people don't care about that. Some people are smart enough to literally say, hey, no, this workout's going to be too hard to do that pace on the bike. Like sometimes I'm too dumb to do that. So like, I just have to actually try it to figure out if that pace is appropriate or not.
Yeah. I feel like there's a limited shelf life on that approach as a coach, though. You're going to come to a point where it's like, I can no longer.
Sure. Well, that's why I'm hoping I'll learn to become a better coach before I.
Before in like 10 years' time, you're like, guys, this is really hard.
Yeah. Hey, you can't hold that pace on the bike. You're like, yeah, sure, you can't, old man. But no, I was like, well, if I can't. If I don't know what I'm doing right now, at least I can just test stuff and tell them how it feels. And then hopefully somewhere along the way, I figure it out and I can draw in athletes as a coach in other ways instead of having to throw myself through the ringer every time.
What athletes are you programming for now then, or coaching now? Like who would you consider in your group?
Paige,
still.
Yeah, Paige of course, Haley, Austin. My teammates, Molly and Zoe. Sam doesn't need any help.
He still calls them teammates, guys.
He can do anything and it'll make him better. What?
I said you still call them
teammates. I still call them teammates. Well, just like the girls have specific weaknesses. So like Molly and Zoe just want stuff they want to work on. Maria Camila from South America, she went to the games this year. She's been on team a couple times. I've programmed for her as well. And then one of my friends from the gym, we work together at the fire department and he like does a bunch of he just likes to compete. And so I just help train him. Basically, I just send him what I do and we kind of just bounce ideas back and forth. And, yeah, that's my crew.
Haley blocked me on Instagram recently, actually. Just when you said her name, I remember that. What do you take into? So are Haley and Austin training partners then, or no?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, they like spend a good amount of time together, but their programming is obviously very different. Their strengths and weaknesses are very different. But like, I mean, I consider this is. I think a lot of people would agree. For sure, the Mayhem way agrees that like if it's not the perfect training. We'll say it's not the perfect workout for your training, but you're doing it with somebody and you're pushing really hard. It's probably you're still getting a really good benefit out of it. So they want to work out together. There's no reason to try to fight them and say, hey, no, you guys need to be in your separate corners. Like let them work out together. They're going to get better together. So when I know that they're going to be like at Mayhem together, I'll link up their sessions sometimes because why not? They want to train together.
Sure. What do you think of people who say that Mayhem programming isn't good?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, people can have whatever opinion they want. I don't know who says that, but you can have whatever opinion you want. Like, but I think it's wrong.
What do you think is good about it?
I think
what separates it maybe.
I think the amount of people we have that look at it on a daily basis. Like, I mean, there's videos now of, I mean, we did this in the summer and we're doing it even more now of like, we actually get down in a room with 3 or 4 of us and we talk about the training. We talk about what we want to do that week. And we go back and forth. Like Scott and Ben both have pretty concrete ideas on what they like to see. Me and Lockhart have pretty concrete ideas what we want to see. And then of course, Rich is at the head. And so obviously it all ends with him. So if he says no, it doesn't happen. But most of the time he's like, oh yeah, we'll do that, whatever. He listens to our opinions. So we we have a big group of people who care about, who one, really like CrossFit, and two, really care about making a good making a good product. So if you don't like it, then I mean, yeah, of course some people aren't going to like it, because not every program is for everybody, but there is a huge level of intent put to it that we all try to focus on making it the best thing we can.
I love how hard you fought the urge to ask who give me name, who was saying that, who.
No, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm sure people say that about every training program, so it's not.
Yeah,
so it'd be, to try to pick a couple people out would be a waste of time.
Do you think are we at a stage where like there is something for everyone when it comes to programming, or is there like too much? Like, are we at a point? Are we at like a saturation point where it's kind of like there's just so many programs, whether it's affiliate programming or just like me at home, like looking for programming?
Like, you think you're asking if there's too many options?
Yeah, like there is if you just walked in and didn't realize that Sentinel was the best like coaching out there, and you were just kind of looking around, you're like, all right, you've got like Mayhem, like you just from a game standpoint, you've got like Mayhem, Proven, Brute, HWPO, like there's at least maybe 6. Like then you got like Jump Ship, Sentinel. I'm trying.
Hey, no one's gonna clip this and get mad at you because you left their training program out.
No, I'm trying to think of the different tiers, like, if you know what I mean. So there's famous games ones. Yeah. Then there's like the ones that are famous, maybe adjacent to the sport, but not actually putting people on podiums and stuff. But it's like, everyday stuff. And then there's also like, buy this like 3-week program to do whatever. I'm just thinking of someone who's like, I want to get better at CrossFit, and they just Google. It's just like pages and pages of, and because it's CrossFit, unfuck me if you want, but like, I'm guessing because there's parameters, there's only so much difference between one program and the next program realistically.
I agree that realistically, there's probably the differences are smaller than some people probably think. It's almost like a culture thing, like what culture do you fit in with? And then I think it's more of a culture thing. It's crazy to say that, but like, what kind of guys do you fit in with? Like, who do you want to be around? Like, do you want to be a part of, like, do you want to come to Mayhem and like hang out with us? Or are you like, oh, I hate those Christian, Republican guys? Like, I mean, that probably turns more people off from Mayhem programming than our actual programming, if I had to imagine. So like, it's probably the outside reasons of why people don't follow certain programs than like actually the program.
Yeah, the inverse is probably true too. Like, where how many people do Mayhem because it's rich and rich adjacent, and how many people do HWPO because they sit at home fully believing that Matt Fraser is typing out their programming for that week, and like that's why they're doing it. Which is funny to think about. I hurt my shoulder like 2 weeks ago getting a ball out from underneath a car. Like my son kicked a ball and it went underneath, and I was like reaching to get it, and like my finger was just tipping it, and I was like, I know I can get this without lying on my front and putting my legs back there. So I just reached, and as I reached, I was like, oh, that was quite painful, but I got the ball. So it was really sore for like 2 weeks. And speaking of good coaching and programming, I texted Taylor yesterday and I was like, what do I do? I just not do anything? Like, because I can't do anything. So what do I do? And he sent me a video, like a YouTube clip of like isometric holds. Holy fuck, warming up really makes a difference. Like, it's actually crazy. Like usually my warm-up is just like, all right, let's go. It's just like, I don't have time for anything. But I was like doing like pushing against the wall, pushing against like immediately. I did it last night before I went to bed, and I got into bed and I was like, wow, if this holds, that's really impressive. That's just and then I was also pissed off that A, I didn't ask him sooner, and B, I didn't think, I was like, I guess you just wait until the pain stops. And it was like, this pain isn't fucking stopping. It's been 2 weeks. But yeah, no,
I
it's like
no, I tore my labrum in my shoulder in 21, my right shoulder, and I never had surgery or anything, but I go through periods of time where it like hurts like crazy, like it hurts so bad I can't sleep. Mostly sleeping is the worst thing because I'll just get comfortable laying on the shoulder and I'll wake up and it'll be like 2 a.m. and I've realized I've made a huge mistake that like the next day is gonna be awful. But
yeah.
there's like so one day I was just like kind of pissed off. It was hurting me. So I just wrote 2 straight weeks. Well, I guess 2 days a week of rehab for 2 weeks. And I'll just like go, it's basically this week, then this week. And then if it still hurts, do week 1 again, then do week 2 again, 2 weeks of it. And it was like, it's like I've never had a shoulder injury. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like yesterday, I couldn't like get a cup out of the cabinet yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I was like reaching up and like, oh fuck. At one point, we have these little magnets to open the cabinets at home because my son's a fucking terrorist, and I had the magnet in my hand and I needed to put a they stick to the oven because it's just they're white, you can see them, and I was like, so my problem solving. This is how dumb I am. My problem solving was to keep it in this hand, but use my other arm to lift my hand up because I knew if I initiated it on the arm itself, it would hurt. So I was like, just use it as a stick.
Dude, I've been there. I've been there. It's crazy.
And I'm the same. So I sleep with my elbow under my pillow.
Oh, no way.
And then I woke up and this is a sore shoulder. So every morning I'd wake up and I'd open my eyes and be like, bollocks. It's just
dude,
like, right, this is like,
if I slept like that, I would have had to retire from CrossFit in 21.
That's crazy.
Like I can't sleep. There's no way I could sleep like that. I don't think I've ever been able to sleep like that. And it might just be like anatomically or whatever. But if I wake up and my arms are underneath my pillow, they're both asleep, and I have shoulder pain for a week. It's incredible how much that will mess me up.
I cannot fall asleep unless I'm on my arm.
Oh my gosh, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks because I can kind of sleep okay on my back now. So
this is
like
why I never made it.
That's the best way to sleep. Like if you can sleep on your back, like you'll never really have aches and pains. So like I sleep on my back and I sleep just fine. So it's and I never have pain from that. It's so nice.
Nobody sleeps on their back. You fucking vampire. You don't sleep on your back. What, like in resting in repose?
Well, I have like a pillow behind me, so I'm really kind of just at like a little bit of an angle. But dude, like nothing, you can't hurt anything sleeping that way. Like you don't get bound up. Like my shoulders don't hurt. My back feels good. Like,
but how do you train yourself to do that? Because like when you're getting sleepy or
hurt
tired,
your
like
shoulder often enough.
but even I've had like, when you have like a sinus infection or a blocked nose, and if you lie on one side it clears or whatever, I'll always revert back to arm under, like facing the door, like no matter what way I try to fall asleep. I don't know,
dude. That is crazy. I would need to have surgery. Like I would need surgery if I slept like that for more than an hour.
Hey, now that you're maybe retired, you could use Biomax peptides, and that'll fix your shoulder right up.
Great. Yeah.
Just don't do the opener. Don't tell Dave. Or mention it and then just never bring it up again and hope everybody forgets. With coaching then, so when you're testing the workouts and stuff, and like you're building out the program and all that kind of stuff, do you find yourself looking back at yourself when you were doing someone else's programming and following along or whatever, and now you're like, oh yeah, I can see why that coach was like pissed off at me, or I can see how annoying that would be as a coach now, and I used to do that. I used to question whatever.
Yeah. I mean, but like I never really had a coach until Dom, and then Dom and I were like it was always just kind of like an open conversation of what we were going to do, because he always respected my opinion, and I always respected his. Like we just have a different outlook on things, which is really good actually. And I feel like neither of us are super hard-headed about what we think is right or wrong. But like when he would say stuff, I would be like, this is the kind of thing that I would skip unless someone was like, hey, you need to do it. So
sorry,
like
one second. I sleep on my back with my arms by my sides. Who the fuck does that? It's like you're going down a water slide.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Sorry, that was distracting. This is more accurate. Dead people sleep on their backs. Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
No, it's good. Yeah, like but he'll like bring up stuff, and there will be stuff that I either not have that I have either. I guess I haven't skipped, but like stuff that would come up on the pro, or like Rich would make us do. Let's just say that Rich would have us do. I mean, of course he would do it. He was more of a training partner than a coach, but like he'd be doing it, and I'm like, we're gonna do this like for real. I don't want to do that. And where he just like doesn't really care. I had asked enough questions from my age of 13 to 15 that like they didn't want to answer any more questions from me. So like I would just do it. Like I would just do whatever. And then me and Dom would be in conversation about it, like, oh, this is why we're doing this. But like Rich always had that mindset, but just like, I don't know, he's just not the coaching style. Like, I mean, he'll tell you, he's a training partner guy and he's not really a coach. So like he would just do it and you would do it too. And even if you didn't know why you're doing it, you get better doing it. But then like talking with Dom, be like, oh, okay, this is why we're doing this crap. Like, I don't want to do it, but I will, I guess. And then, so trying to relay that message to other athletes, it is fun at times, fun and not fun at times.
I'm imagining the frustrating part about coaching is specific, like an individual versus like if you're coaching a group, like if you're doing, say, what Taylor does with Sentinel, you kind of put the workouts out there and then you watch people get better, you answer feedback, you do whatever, but you're largely like handing over control to them to do it or not do it. And then you'll see their scores populating or whatever. But like when you're coaching an individual, it's like you need to know, are they doing everything? Are they doing it the way they're supposed to do it? Are they doing negative splits or whatever the intent is? Are they doing, increasing whatever? And then also like that, needing that level of feedback and communication has to be frustrating because I fucking doubt it happens. And then the second thing is at events or at competitions or something, and you're like, all right, we're going to do this, this, and this. And then they're like, yeah. And then you watch them walk out and you're like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, this isn't what we talked about.
Yes. I mean, both are frustrating. Like, obviously I relay the message to my guys that like putting their scores in and stuff. It's not like, I'm not like keeping tabs on like how fit you are. I mean, a little bit, just so like I can have an idea what our plan should be going into the season. But like, I'm more so just looking at, okay, how should I progress this? Like, oh, that workout was way too hard. Like maybe we should dial it back just a little bit, or dang, that one was a little too easy. We can add more to it, or just like, general strength progressions. Like if this week's 5x5 and next week's 5x4 on the squats, if you didn't do the 5x5 day, then we probably shouldn't go right to 5x4. We probably should just, wait next week. Let's do the 5x5 and then go to the 5x4, because then we can get the percentage right. But that is like, mildly frustrating, very mild, but like what's way more frustrating than if they go out on the floor and don't do your plan. What's more frustrating if they go out on the floor and do your plan and it doesn't work. That sucks.
Because then it's your fault.
Because then it's your fault.
You can't say, well, I told you.
Yeah, no. They come back and they go, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what happened either.
I remember
we tried really hard.
When I was talking to you about Crash, you were very so page 1 Crash.
Yeah.
And that was in like October or whatever. And you were very quick to underplay your role and downplay any kind, and like Zoe had done it too, and Molly had done it, and you're kind of helping like everyone. And you were very quick to say like, well, it's not me, like I'm not doing anything. And I've like, you basically just completely handed over any kind of either responsibility or accolades from how anyone had done. Do you think, is that something that you are becoming more accustomed to, or is that something that you always will maybe struggle with? Like accepting like someone saying, Angelo's a really good coach, or I've improved a lot since I started working with Angelo. And then your immediate reaction is to be like, no, I'm a piece of shit. Like it's all you.
Dude, I mean, those athletes every single athlete that I coach could, they could probably follow our Mayhem compete cycle and be as good of an athlete, or really close to as good of an athlete as they are right now. I really do think, I'm not just saying it, I really think I play a smaller role than they might feel. I'm glad they trust me and they want me to help them, but I don't think I play a huge role. Maybe that's not going to sell, me as a coach very well, but I just don't think I play that huge of a role. I mean, there's just like, I've seen athletes do good and you can, I mean, let's take Sam, for instance. I don't program anything for Sam. I just trained beside him for a while, and now he's like he's getting better. He's training less. He's getting better. And, like I have nothing to do with that. So like, and maybe I was holding him back for the last, being on a team with him. Maybe I was just holding him fitness back. And now he can be like, finally I can lose that freaking ankle weight that was, beside me on the floor.
Loads of people say that though, don't they? That they pare back and then they're like, oh shit, like I was doing too much and now I'm really throttling now.
Yeah, well, that's true for sure. That's true for people who have been doing CrossFit for a while.
Sam, he's so full of crap. He wrote my workouts for 3 seasons.
That's true for people who've been doing it a long time, for sure. Like, I mean, let's take.
But that's because they have the base, basically.
Yeah, they have the base, and then as you like, Panchik is what, 36, maybe 37 right now. So like, he probably can. He may not. Here's exactly what I think happens: is his fitness will at least stay the same, maybe ramp up just a little bit right at the end, where you can just dial back the volume, and then you can almost ramp up your intensity a little bit where you thought you were going at full intensity every time. But then you're like, oh man, like if I'm going to train for 90 minutes a day, like I'm going to really go after it. There is a level that like you'll push a little bit harder knowing it's your only session that day. And then you can maintain that for a little bit. And you get, especially as you get older, you can only maintain so much volume. But then the thing that is different is you aren't as able to just turn around and do multiple competitions throughout a year. Like if you were to take someone like Rich or Scott, who are just a little bit older now, like, yeah, they could definitely hang on. If you did one workout a day at a competition for 3 days, they might win. But then you do 3, they don't. I mean, I hate to say Rich because he would beat me on 3 workouts a day if we did it for 10 months right now. But like, as you just drop that volume, you just can't maintain that high level. Like you can't go to the games and just maintain the volume.
Recovery basically, or ability to persist.
Yeah, it's the ability to maintain that really high intensity. Like they can go really hard once or twice a day, but then you tell them to go hard 3 or 4 times a day in a competition, then it's a little bit different. But I think for any of those guys who have a huge base like that, I think all it takes is like a 4-week volume prep cycle, do a couple extra workouts every day, and then they could be right back in it. But then, I mean, then you got to start to think about like age does have to play a factor at some point.
Yeah. Or just interest for those guys, I guess, too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's interest for them because they're so good no matter what.
I've been in Galway for the last week. Not one other person in Ireland has talked about turds. Okay. You should drop in a CrossFit Limitless if you're in Galway. They're really good gym. Galway people add H's to things unnecessary. They wouldn't say west. Like Galway's in the west. They'd say it's in the west.
Really?
Just add a H. Yeah, it's weird.
That is weird.
I'm excited for Sentinel me versus Hitterfit Spin. Yeah, I don't think any of it. Like, I mean, genuinely today, my shoulder started to feel better, and I was like, "Wait, if I don't rehab it, I won't be able to do the open. Maybe I should wait till the end of February, and then be like, I'm going to start working on my shoulder now. Like, oh, it's too late." Yeah, no, it'll be fine.
That'd be my excuse.
Yeah,
that's great.
With the athletes, I'm just curious of the dynamic of working with, having been an athlete and then working with athletes. I guess when you're programming for yourself and you're programming for Sam, or like you're kind of co-programming with Dom.
Yeah.
And then you're doing the workouts and you maybe have a bit more freedom there to be like, oh, I'll just tweak that and I'll adjust this and I'll change whatever and I'll drop that piece and bring this piece and move them around. But when you're doing it for someone else and you're basically like writing down whatever, handing it over to Paige, and then you're just sort of like, what? I hope this works. Like, you just, is there a nervousness there when you're handing over your work to somebody else for them to do it and reap the rewards potentially?
Yeah, for sure. But like I think everyone that I program for understands, and I try to make it abundantly clear, like, hey, I'm not perfect. If it looks like shit and you think like, hey, this is going to be like this looks dumb, then just like, tell me. If it looks dumb, tell me. And I can explain, either I can explain and say why it isn't, Or I'll look at it and say, yeah, I made a mistake. And like, I don't care to change something if you're like, hey, or if you just to say, like, you wake up in the morning and the workout you did yesterday really affected your quads more than we thought it was going to be. And the workout has heavy squatting in it. And you say, hey, I'm going to miss the intent of this workout. I don't care to change it. Like, I'd like to stick to, keep it all. Obviously, I just want to keep it because I look at it, I go, oh, that looks good. But I know I'm not perfect. So I will go back and change stuff. And I try to keep an open dialogue with all of them that, like, hey, if something looks dumb, let me know. We'll talk about it, and I'll tell you why it isn't, or we will change it. And I mean, it doesn't bother me. I want them to get out what they need to get out of the piece. And a lot of what is good and bad about athletes, like especially Haley and Paige, where they know their bodies so well, they kind of know what stimulus they're looking for. So that helps. But then when you, like, they can know you mess up like quick. So if it looks dumb, they'll know quick. So that the part sucks about them being so well versed, but them being so well versed, we can have really open dialogue and get to a really good idea together. And I mean, I don't have any ego about that, so I don't care to change it if they want that.
Does your programming, there's like the Mayhem, what's the main track, like the Mayhem Athlete, isn't it?
Mayhem Athlete, but yeah, Mayhem Athlete, everything lives under that compete. So
everything is the group of you, is that group I was in that time, that room, that's like the overall arching programming.
That's compete, and pretty much a lot of our
just pulled down from that then.
Yeah, it trickles off of that. Like,
so you'd look at what Paige is doing, but you'd be under the umbrella of what everybody's doing, sort of, but you'd tweak to suit her, or is hers like totally removed from what's happening there?
No, it's not totally removed. For sure. So on Fridays, we do a group workout. Tuesdays and Fridays will almost always be the exact same of whatever's on compete. Tuesdays, right now, there is a 10K run progression that everyone's doing. So if you follow Mayhem compete, or you follow one of the similar tracks, you're probably doing that progression. And everyone that I coach is doing that as well. And on Fridays, we do the compete workout, like the main CrossFit workout for that morning. And all of my guys do that as well. And then obviously I'll change some stuff for them. But then, since this is probably my number one saying, I will not reinvent the wheel. If I write a good workout that is like, the intent is like rope climb stimulus, and I'm writing and we do that for compete, we all talk about it. We make a great rope. Like, I'm like, oh, that workout is great, and you're going to get really good at rope climbs. You do that workout. And then I'm programming someone's workout, and I see that they have a rope climb workout they need to do. I refuse to rewrite the workout to almost boost my ego. Like, hey, we did this as a group. We wrote a good workout. I'm just going to give it to you. And if you think I'm being lazy because I'm doing that, then I won't program for you. But like, I'm not going to rewrite the whole workout if it's already good.
This person paid, so I'll ask her question. Where does, even though they didn't put in a question mark, where does the affiliate programming come from? Is that separate again, or similar structure?
No, it's very similar. We pull it. The weeks don't line up. They pull it and make it look similar. So I was going to say that we make it, and this is the other thing about not reinventing the wheel. We pull a lot of this from compete, or vice versa. The affiliate track to compete. So we'll go kind of back and forth a little bit, and all the other tracks will trickle off of that. Will look very different for the specific goal you're trying to reach, on purpose. Like, we want you to go into a Mayhem affiliate, and like the competitor over there is doing the competitor workout, and then the class is doing the workout, and then you have a firefighter over there doing the everyday hero workout, and then you have, let's just say, like the mom at home in the same town is doing the M30 workout, and they all look very similar because it's all one community. So we want to be able to reach the same goal, a similar stimulus with a different goal in mind.
Yeah, the degree, not kind, or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
That's the elder young. Like Larry? I don't know. They didn't pay, but it's a nice question. Are you heading back to BCS?
Probably. We'll see what kind of shape I'm in. Rich kind of like asked me to do it with him again, but I don't think he understands that, like, when I'm coming off of the games and I'm in like peak shape, I can almost keep up with him. But like, you take me a year out of that, I don't think we should be on the same team. So like, I may go and like I can do it with someone else. I don't want to do it with him because I can't keep up with him.
That's fair. You're not involved with the classic programming now this year?
Nope.
Why is that? Just because you're coaching like Austin and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, the guy that I coached won it last year, so that's a good reason. But yeah, literally just because I have 3 athletes that are, I think they're all confirmed. So I think all 3 of my athletes are for sure confirmed. All 3 of my games athletes are for sure confirmed to go. So yeah, I mean, it makes no sense for me to program it.
But where do you draw the line then? Like, should Mayhem athletes be allowed to do it then? I mean, like, I'm not saying that anything nefarious would happen, but like it could, as in it's a lot more likely that Austin would overhear Rich and whoever, like Darren, discussing something in the cubicles and then be like, oh shit, he said like GHDs and I didn't expect that. Versus like I don't know, Kyra in Nashville hearing something, you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah,
like, should there be a line drawn, do you think, between, because obviously like you're doing that, you're doing Asia, you're doing French, you've done French, you're doing you're doing one other one. What's the other one? Del Mar?
I don't think so. I don't know.
You're doing something else. And then South America.
Yeah.
So it's similar to last year where there's like a lot of Mayhem footprint on the season. How do you feel about that as a coach now? How would you feel if it was like, all right, guys, we're going to French Throwdown with my athletes and it's a proven semi-final and there's going to be proven athletes there? Would you be like, I don't really like this?
I mean, Tia won Torian last year and that was run by Proven.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. That's like,
I know.
If James Newbury showed up and won it, I'd ask a question, but Tia winning it.
No, I'm just saying. No, I don't. I think if you can't beat them, join them. I mean, hell, we sell programming. You could see most likely what, I mean, the guy who wrote the classic program and writes a compete track, is that or helps write the compete track, is that a conflict of interest? You can get it. That's what I've said. Like, hey, you can go and get the stuff that Rich actually writes. I don't write it. So like the chance of my athletes knowing it are actually less than it showing up on either What's Rich Doing or Mayhem Compete. Like, it's more likely to show up there because the same brain has stake in both of them. So if you are worried about hearing, like, pay for the track and you can just look at it. And if you think it looks like, it's the same thing about like, I mean, I know obviously .com wasn't is not behind a paywall, but like people go on .com all the time. And back in the day, like literally the games workouts would show up on .com. Like that's happened more than once or very, very, very close. Like if you were to follow .com throughout the year, you would do several of the games workouts. Yeah, there you go. So like,
yeah, wasn't it 2019? The first cut was on .com.
Well, it was the same day.
Yeah, that morning, like.
Yeah, that morning. It showed up that morning. But I know that there was this one because Lindsay Valenzuela talked about it in the 2015 documentary. Heavy DT was on .com earlier that year, but it was a little heavier. It was 155. The girls, I believe, had 135 or 145. But yeah, like Heavy DT showed up. So like things like that happened all the time. I know it wasn't behind a paywall, but if you're a competitor and you think that you could get a competitive edge by looking at our training, go for it. And then like, if it doesn't work, which I would say there's two ways to look at it. It might pay off because like I said, the same guy's writing both. So like, even if they're not they're not actually the same workout, you might end up doing the same movements. Rich has his bias. I have my bias. I'm sure everyone who writes programming has their biases a little bit. Like, and you could probably guess, I'd say you could do it. You could guess without even signing up for compete. Hey, I'm going to go to the Mayhem Classic. I'm probably going to do a lot of GHD sit-ups. I'm probably going to do a lot of muscle ups. I'm probably going to move a heavy barbell for reps. I'm probably not going to do 1 rep max. like, hey, it's not hard to crack the code. Like Rich talks about it openly on podcasts all the time about how he likes to program. We break down programming a lot. Like if you want to know what to do, like how about you just listen more than
Do you guys do a free trial?
Yeah, I think so. If you've never done it, but
Yeah.
I think if you've never done it before, then you could do a free trial. But dude, I would just
you wouldn't even have to. It's not technically. It's not behind a paywall. You just need to sign up at the right time for your 2-week free trial.
And get it. Yeah, and take a bunch of screenshots of the programming and save them.
Yeah, Mayhem Classic is announced. Huge uptick in free trials. Yeah, she said in 2015, she said, if you're a games athlete and you're not paying attention to .com, you're dumb.
Yeah.
So now it's if you're a semifinals athlete and you're not paying attention to Mayhem, you're dumb.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like it's there. It's not locked. It's not locked. Anyone can sign up for it.
Is Angelo and Rich looking more and more alike, the same as Joe Rogan and Dana White?
Are they trying to say Junior or JR?
Oh, JR. Oh, yeah, JR. It must be JR. JR is capital J, capital or with a dot in between each. Come on, man.
Is he growing his beard out? I thought he said he was. I
find his beard is too good. It's like it's like it's vacuum, like it's like a piece that he puts, what do you call that? Like a merca or whatever? It's like it's just every morning and he's like, it's just like magnetized to his face or something.
He told me he was, but I haven't seen like I should FaceTime him. He'd like that.
It's j.or. Yeah, there you go. j.or. He was on the show this morning and he was talking. It was him, Johnny, and Jamie, and he was talking about, I can't actually remember what he's talking about, but about honestly 4 seconds into him talking, I was just like, man, his beard is crazy good. And I didn't listen to anything he said after that. And he finished talking and I was like, it's just gone. I was completely gone. Yeah, it's a Lego beard. Like it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, I asked him he was on the show one day and I was like, do you like touch that up every morning? Like, do you like line it out? Because you know the way you see those Turkish barbers and they have this like steel thing that they like stick on and like wax
and they like kind of, I got that line, can't you tell? Like, look at that.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Nice.
The barber does trim it up for me, but I don't know what I'm doing really. I've never had a beard, so
you should go until you plait it.
What?
You should do it till you can plait it.
What is plait? You mean
plait, you mean like a French braid? Yeah.
Braid. You call it plaid?
Plait. A plait.
Plait?
Plait.
I've never heard that. Yeah, I could. I think Madison did it the other day. Like you could a little bit, but I always have him like shape it a little. It looks crazy now because I spent the morning like on my computer sitting like this, so it's like all kind of wavy. Normally it has some shape to it, not a lot, but some shape to it. But no, I need to go watch that because I want to see what Jared's beard looks like.
Plait and braid refer to the same core technique of interlacing strands, but usage varies by region. Braid is common umbrella term in the US. Plait is often referred to in the UK of Australia.
Oh yeah, I'm looking now. Oh yeah, but his is like, I mean, mine obviously isn't like true gray. It's just like in this spot. His is like he's got salt and pepper. Wow, that's crazy.
Well, his looks like he's dyed it different. Like it's too symmetrical. It's like it's not like say you've got like a random patch here.
Yeah,
his is like perfect. Like it's bizarre how well it goes.
Yeah, his is good. Well, like my beard really isn't that good. Like it's like kind of thin up here. It just looks okay when it's long. So I don't really have a choice. It's either long or not at all.
Yeah. How come you can't grow a beard when you're firefighting? Is it because of fire or because of the masks?
Because the mask, yeah. It's like
why is a mustache not an issue? Where does it go over your eyes?
It goes like it's like a mouthpiece. Like you could probably, as long as it was on the inside, you probably could have like
facial hair line. Here.
Yeah, literally, yeah. You could probably have like a goatee if there was nothing on your chin and if it was really short. But then you kind of start playing the game of like how long is too long on the chin. That starts.
Do you catch the barbell in it with now? Like no,
it's not that long.
Can't be far off. Like front squats, no.
I don't think so. No.
Maybe that's
No,
just my terrible form.
no, and then he trims it up. Like I said, he'll shape it up just a little bit. Like he won't really take any length off, but like as he shapes it, it's been like a month since I've had it done, but as he shapes it, he'll just, clean the edge off. So it hasn't really this has kind of been the same length it's been for about 2 months.
Is this true?
Did
Hitler have a mustache like Hitler's mustache because of masks?
I don't know. No way. No way, because you wouldn't need this. Like, even if you wouldn't, it wouldn't have to.
No, the size of his mustache was because of Charlie Chaplin, wasn't he? He idolized Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, okay. But he had a mustache, and he couldn't have anything else. Like, you could have a mustache.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
That's I mean, I guess, yeah, they were probably wearing a gas mask, right?
Yeah. Well, he wasn't handing them out.
Maybe not him, but some of them.
You can get the mask on with the beard. It's just not ideal. Yeah. If you could probably have a massive beard, but just trim like channels for the
I have seen that. I've seen people do that. Yeah, it's not ideal to have it on there. You don't usually get a good seal. So it's positive pressure. So if the mask comes off, hot air isn't going to just flow in. If it comes off, it'll just blow the good air out that's in the mask.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're not getting that good seal, if the hair is there, it's going to continue to blow it off, and you're going to lose your air that you want. So you just want.
Are you retired from that now? Firefighting for good.
I mean, yeah, like I wouldn't even say it's retired. I just quit. I was only there for 6 years, so it's not really retirement. Yeah, I mean, I left on pretty good terms. I think I could go back if I wanted to. I don't have any plans of ever going back, but yeah, I mean, I still have pretty good relationship with everyone over there. I would go back if I needed to, or if they.
Are you relieved that you're not doing it anymore? Like, is it like cool? There's like very little chance of me dying today compared to when I was doing that job.
I don't really look at it like that, I guess. Maybe I should, but no, I mean, parts of it, like I was talking with my wife the other day, like part of me, of course, like whenever something's like in the past, you always romanticize it, you know what I mean? So like, you're like, oh man, I miss that part of it. But then I'll
miss running into fire.
That's really cool. But no, like I just miss like whatever, like, training with the guys, like working out with the guys in the gym or just whatever it is. And then sometimes like there is no real feeling of like this is like here is the best example I can give you. You get your ass kicked all night. Like you're pretty much up all night and it sucks. But you and the guys are just like cracking jokes in the truck all night. And it's like kind of fun because it sucks so bad. It's just like, it's just like CrossFit. Like it sucks so bad. It's kind of funny. And the next morning is like, you're like, oh man, we got our asses kicked. That sucked. And you're just like talking about it. And you're like, could you believe that happened? And then this happened. But
we got that cat down from the tree. It's crazy.
Yeah. But then and then you start to really think about it, or you're coming home. Let's say I'm going home from dinner at like 8 or 9 o'clock. And I'm on the interstate and I pass by a fire truck. Like the guys I used to work with, they're staying on the side of the interstate. It's 18 degrees outside. I'm like, fuck that. Like, I don't actually miss that. That looks awful.
Did it ever so it takes a certain kind of person to do the job, I guess. Same as like police or, anything. Yeah. But is there ever like a delayed mental or physical response? Like say you go and you like rush into a building and maybe you see something like fucking awful, or you do something that adrenaline gets you through and you carry out a bathtub full of kids or whatever and you save everyone's life. But then like maybe 3 days later, you're just like, holy fuck, that was awful. And it like takes time for it to hit. Or how did you cope with stuff like that? That's what
I've always heard, that like, it's not really, you can, exactly what you just said, like something awful will happen. You really won't, you can kind of detach in the moment. And then like, you'll look back, you go, oh my gosh, like that was horrible. But it's more of those things pile up after. This is what I've always heard. Things will pile up. And then one day, like, this is usually what it is. Like you see enough dead kids and one day you're like, hey, that's enough. And you basically break. That never happened to me. And I can only attest it to, like, I think that I truly believe this, that I do think that there are people who are mentally set up to be able to handle jobs like that. And then sometimes I think there are people who are like somewhat on the fence, and there's people who just can't. So like the first time they see something, they go, I'm out. Like I am out. I can't handle it.
Someone play with a match and they're like, I'm not able to do this.
Yeah. But there are people I think that can just like, however their chemistry is in their brain, that they can just kind of handle it. They can kind of, put it away or whatever it is, or deal with it correctly. And it doesn't really come up as like this huge thing where they need to like, where they have to deal with it one day. I never got to this point. I don't know if I didn't see enough bad stuff, or if maybe I am just one of the lucky ones who was blessed with like the ability to deal with that kind of stuff. But that stuff would happen. I would be able to reflect on it and it wouldn't really bother me. And I just think that I am blessed with a type of brain chemistry that just doesn't get affected by it, or at least to what exposure level I had. So I'm just rolling with it right now, that I'm pretty sure I was blessed with the ability to see that kind of stuff and handle it. And that's why I was like, when that stuff started to happen for me, like where I would see things like that, I kind of leaned into the job even more, because I realized, not in like any kind of like, oh, I'm some cool guy or whatever. I just literally think whatever is going on up here, I can handle it better than maybe someone else. So like I should be able to do it, because for whatever reason I can handle it. And at least right now I can. Maybe that will change at some point, but I can handle it right now. So I'd rather me do it than someone else who may not know if they can or not.
I'd argue there's a fourth type of person as well. There's the person who can definitely do it, but definitely shouldn't. It's like, the pyromaniac, the guy who's like has an erection walking into a fire. Like that guy can definitely do it, but just probably shouldn't be around here.
Well, that's the thing, dude. I mean, I didn't know. I mean, it was so foreign to me. Like I didn't grow up wanting to be a firefighter. Like I wasn't one of those guys. I always wanted to be a garbage truck like guy. That's like whenever I was a kid, my mom said, and I remember it. Like I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. I don't know why. Like I had garbage truck comic books, I had garbage truck toys, all of it. Like, dude, I just thought it was so cool. And like when they would go by, like I'd go outside. I had my mom take me outside. I'd wave at them. Like I thought they were the coolest. And then
one day they shunned you, and that was it.
Yeah. One day they go, "Hey kid, get out of here." I'm like, these guys suck. No, I'm just kidding. But like, no, I just didn't like. I didn't really grow up like wanting to be a firefighter. It just didn't really like dawn on me. Maybe like a couple times as an elementary school kid, I thought about it, but like not really. It was just more later in life. Someone said, "Hey, you should like go to the fire department." I was like, "Yeah, that's a really good job." And then I got into it, and I didn't know that people. Yeah. I'm like, that sounds cool. Like they got trucks, whatever. That's cool. And then and then when I started doing it, I'm like, yeah, like fighting fire is dangerous. And I had this thought about it, but then I started getting around these guys who are like, oh, it's the best. Like it's awesome. And then you start going to fires. You're like, oh, this is the best. Like this is the coolest thing ever. And it is the coolest thing ever. Like I didn't know that like people just loved it. And then I started to love it. And I didn't. And at first I didn't understand why. And then once I went to a couple, I understood why, because it is fun.
And then I started my own fires.
Yeah. Because I wanted to go to more. That has happened.
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah, Italians and waste management. I really want to run a really successful family that is in waste crime, but organized crime. It needs to be regimented. I had something else there. Oh yeah, with the firefighting. I'm guessing your wife was relieved, like when you were like, "All right, I'm finished." She's like, "Oh." God, I didn't want to say anything, but I've been terrified for the last 6 years.
Oh, not say anything. She'd say stuff. Are you kidding me? She'd say stuff. Yeah, but it's more about like just me being home at night. Like she likes me being home at night. Of course I do too. I like being home at night because I like my sleep schedule right now is so nice. It's just because it's normal. Like, yeah, like I go to sleep at like 9 o'clock. I wake up at 5:30 or 6. Like it's just like always the same thing. It's really predictable, which is nice.
Wow, you go to sleep at 9 o'clock every night.
Yeah,
I have 3 kids and I don't even do that. That's crazy.
No, I mean, yeah, I know it is crazy. They're
like Brooke Wells hours.
Madison gets up early, bro. We're in bed early. Like it's like when I get home, when we both get home from work, we are racing each other to see who can get in bed first. Like it literally is like a race. Like someone's doing dinner, someone's doing the chores around the house, someone's feeding the dogs. Like it's this whole orchestrated deal. We sit on the couch for a little bit and it's like that time, 7:30, 8 o'clock, we look at each other's like, all right, time for bed. And we go
Business
to bed.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. And we both know that means go right to sleep.
Yeah, I like my sleep is fucking terrible. Like largely self-inflicted. Like
Dude, you text me at crazy hours.
No, there are some so my son wakes up at like 5 a.m. He was waking up at like 4 a.m. for a long time. So like it's the same. Like I'll reply to something JR sent me, and he'd be like, "Kids," it's like, yeah, I'm awake. But yeah, then at nighttime as well. I'm like, I look at my watch and be like, 9:30, and I'm like, oh, I should really be lying down now, but it's like it's so warm in this room and I'm so comfortable and the game isn't finished yet or whatever. Speaking of first responders and stuff, and you said earlier on about how maybe people are turned off doing Mayhem because of either you guys' political views or religious views or willingness to share one or the other or both. Is there, like, do you guys care about that at all? Like, are you just like, this is what we think, this is what we believe, this is what we are, so we're just going to talk about it? Or has there been a point, or was there a point historically where it was like, yeah, we should probably just stick to programming or CrossFit or whatever?
No, I don't think so. I think like, dude, there's only one way to be a Christian. That is like, you have to wear it on your sleeve or you don't get to use that word. And in my opinion, like it's either all or nothing. It's either the first thing people see or they don't see it at all. And then and that's not what you want. So I think that should be the thing that leads everything in your life. So, it's faith first, no matter what. And if that costs you a little bit of business, and I think that's true, that should be true for anybody's like core value. You have to like figure out what the core value or values are of your business. And if that's going to mean that you are going to drive away some people, then that kind of is good. You want to drive away some people. I think if you're pissing off about 50% of people, you're probably doing something right. Like, I think I heard someone say that once. I'm like, yeah, that's true. If you're pissing off 50% of people, then like you're on the right track.
Yeah, I'm close to about 80%, so I think I'm doing
really good. You flirt with 90% sometimes, I think.
It's funny, I was talking, I can't remember who I was talking to. Was it James, maybe Sprague? And I was saying that like the whole overtly Christian thing is really new to me. Like it's really foreign. Like it's not, I think it's because the way that we were brought up was like, you're a Catholic, but you're also a piece of shit. And like, you should just be sorry for all eternity for everything that happened before you were even a spark in your dad's eye. Like, just, you were nothing. Like humanity barely existed and you were a piece of shit and you need to atone for it forever.
Oh yeah.
Some dickhead stole an apple. And because of that, always and forever, you need to apologize.
Dude, that's the problem. That's the problem. I think Southern Christian people, not nowadays, but like not growing up for me, but like older Southern Christian people. So like that's true for probably not my parents' generation, but older than them. Like maybe my grandparents' generation was like, you would go to church and it would start off, you're a horrible sinning, piece of crap.
I was at church on Saturday. It was like my aunt's anniversary mass and my dad was going on his own. I was like, look, I'll fucking go with you. I'll suck it up. And I went, and literally the priest walks out. And I remember, so these are my thoughts, right? My first initial thought was, it's fucking freezing in here. If your congregation is largely elderly, it should be like a sauna in here, first of all. Like radiator stone cold. I was like, this is a joke. And then priest comes out, 3 servers. I was thinking, I was actually pretty impressed at 3 servers. Like, it's pretty decent. Like, there's 3 people coming out. He stands up. Everybody stands up. And I just remember thinking, like, this is so weird. Like, if a human had never experienced, like, organized religion and walked in and then everybody stands up at the same time without anything being said. And it's just like, oh, that's a bit weird. Okay, we're standing up. And then he immediately launches into the confiteor, which is like an apologetic. I confess that I've fucked up consistently my whole life, and I know I'll continue to fuck up everything I ever touch, and I'm sorry. Like, that's the first thing he says when he comes out. So it's just setting the tone of like whipping your back for being a piece of shit. And then it's like, I can't even remember what he says, but he says something else. Everybody kneels down immediately. And it's like, everybody knows to do it. Even I fucking knew to do it. And I haven't been at mass in like 15 years.
Dude,
it's just so
it's crazy.
weird.
Muscle memory in mass is crazy. Like, let's see, I've gone to mass a couple times this year. My parents still go every weekend, so I went with them. And then we went with them to midnight mass. And the muscle memory of mass is just, it's crazy. Like, it's
like songs from the 90s, you know, where you're like, how do I remember all the words of these songs? Like, how do I remember the response to this prayer that I haven't heard in like 12 years?
It is so funny. But yeah, it is weird that like, that is how mass starts. But if you avidly go to mass and you're like kind of expecting, or not even just expecting it, but like, it's, I guess you just know the gospel. I guess I just say that you know the gospel, you know it pretty well. Then like that stuff doesn't really bother you. You're like, that's true. And that's why I'm here meeting. And that's why I'm trying to grow closer to God. Like those are the reasons I'm doing it. But if like, you're like foreign to Christianity and that's the first thing you hear, you're like, yeah, I'll see you never. Like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna go and flick through the Quran and see what's in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see what those guys are up to. Like, you know, and I was just talking with my wife yesterday. Dude, you're gonna love this. I was reading John 4. So like John 4 is mostly about like Jesus meeting this woman, the Samaritan woman, at a well. So she goes to the well at like high noon, because she has like a bad past. She's married or not married, but she's on her 5th boyfriend. She's like with her 5th husband, you know, it's her boyfriend. And so she goes alone. Everyone goes in the cool of the day.
Isn't she like shunned by society or something, basically?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then he goes with her and everyone's like, what's he doing?
Well, Jesus meets her there because he planned, basically, of course, you know, in his like divine intervention, he plans his day to like meet her there at noon. And he says, hey, will you give me a drink? And she says, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're talking to me. You're a Jew. I'm a Samaritan. We don't really talk. And
she didn't say, oh my God, because that wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah. And
he's then, like, in a few years, you're going to be saying, oh my God.
And he goes, well, I'll give you a drink. He said, the drink that I can give you, you'll never thirst again. And she goes, he said, let's see, I don't want to misquote it.
But she says, my last 4 boyfriends said the same thing.
She says to him, he says, go call your husband to get him to come here. And she goes, I have no husband. He goes, you're right. You don't have a husband. You've had 5 husbands. The man you're living with now isn't your husband. And so the sentiment I got from that was like, he didn't immediately say, hey, you've had 5 husbands and you're living in sin right now. He said, I have this gift for you. And then draws her in with that gift, you know, grace. She doesn't even know what it is. She just knows that there's living water. And she's like, well, living water? What the heck are you talking about? This living water, I'll never thirst again. And he goes, well, go tell your husband. And he kind of like coerces more information out of her. And like, obviously, like, I can't do that in my life because I can't prophesy. You know, I don't know that like this person's history.
Yeah,
but you can, if you show them the grace of the gospel first, before you start saying, okay, and how about this sin thing you're dealing with, dude? Let's like try to clean that up. You say like, hey, here's this huge grace, you know, gift of grace. You can have it. Anyone can have it. All you got to do is accept it. That's literally all you got to do is say, yeah, I accept it. I want it. And then you get interested and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you say, hey, like you have this sin in your life. Let's clean that up. It should be the grace and then talk about the sin, not talk about the sin and then try to get the grace, because they're already out the door. When you beat them to death with the Bible and told them why they're so bad, they're already gone before you get the chance to actually like
get the second hit in.
Yeah, you don't get to get the second hit, and you don't get to get the good hit in. The hint that might make him stay.
Because I said that to James, I was like, Angelo's and Dom are probably more so Angelo is the person who came closest to making me think like, shit, maybe I do believe. Like, he was like, why? What did he say? I was like, literally nothing. He was just like, well, whenever you're ready, he's there. And I was like, maybe I'm ready now. It's crazy though. Like, but I think it's for me anyway, and I think for a lot of people, you're probably like that sort of transition is fighting against 20 plus years of not trauma, like I wasn't fucking molested by a priest or anything, but like that sort of bad just
being told you're horrible, you'll never be good enough. And that's basically, I mean, that is true. Like, it is true. Like,
but you don't need to be reminded of it.
Yeah, you don't need to be reminded of it every week. Like, a little bit is okay, here and there is okay, and then it's good to preach grace a lot, because the grace is really the miracle of the gospel. Of course, the incredible grace you have. What's the saying? Like, grace is getting grace and mercy. The difference between grace and mercy, like, grace is, gosh, do you know what I'm saying?
No, never heard this.
Oh, it's so good. It's grace versus
Grace is
mercy.
A girl in the 9 a.m. class.
Mercy is not getting the punishment someone deserves, while grace is giving the blessing that someone does not deserve.
Okay, yeah, I follow.
So yeah, mercy is me showing you mercy would be me wanting to punch you in the face, but not. Grace would be, I don't know how to say grace, in a way that
patting me on the back even though I don't deserve it.
There you go. Yeah, patting you on the back even though you just called me a piece of crap. Yeah. That's cool.
Fair.
I mean, whether you're a Christian or not, that's kind of a cool. I mean, grace and mercy are words that we use all the time. And it is, here's another thing that I just want to explain, I've had this thought lately. There's so many Christian truths like in our life that like people try to get away from, but you can't. Like the calendar, for one. The calendar is based around Jesus. And then like light and dark. Like the Bible used light and dark before we, like, why do we associate dark with scary and bad? Like, it doesn't have to be. It's mostly because it's in the Bible. Like, dark is related to, scary and like the devil, and light is Jesus and God. And so like those are biblical truth that we see in our life. Like, scary movies happen at nighttime. Like, it's just so weird that, like, you try to run from these like Christian values. Now, I'm not specifically saying you. I'm just saying like the world, especially America, tries to run from these like Christian values, but like they're everywhere. You can't run from it. Like it's right in front of your face at all times.
Yeah. It is, yeah, I don't know. It's weird, like I feel like there was such a big push for a long time to kind of break free of like sort of the perceived shackles that like the church, the hold that the church had, and that like, religion had and whatever. And then I sort of feel like now it's sort of swinging the other way, where people are like, maybe it was better. Like, maybe it was actually better when everyone was like a little bit afraid of God, and everybody was a little bit like, oh, I better be nice to my neighbor. Like, like everybody lived by that. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. Is there things then that would, so do you guys have meetings before you do podcasts or anything, or do you just like sit down and be like, right, we're talking about classic today, record?
Yeah, we try to do it pretty much cold. Like, I mean, we'll talk a little bit before, but we don't. Sometimes if like we know the topic's going to be hot, like if we know something going on,
if you're going to talk about ice,
we'll refute. We'll refute. We won't talk to each other, so we'll show up and we'll just like start recording immediately, so we can get some like the hottest stuff. But if there's like nothing really going on, we'll just kind of BS our way into it.
There's a podcast I watch called what the fuck's it called? Stick to Football. And it's like Roy Keane and like 4 like retired footballers. And some weeks they do, what happened last week? Sorry, soccer, not football. So they'll come in and they'll say, oh, Arsenal lost last week. Why do we think that happened? Well, I think this player did this, and they'll go on about, like, they won't show footage, but they'll just discuss it. And then other times they'll have a guest in, they'll interview them, and then other times they'll be talking about just whatever, like maybe questions or something. But I think I said it to Scott. They do this thing at the start of the episode is post-produced on YouTube, but they'll do like a highlights, you know, like you guys do on Instagram, but they'll put that at the start of the episode, kind of hook people in. And then they'll have like they film the people as they arrive. So like it would be like you coming in the door at the coffee shop, but Scott will be there like videoing you coming in and like, you know, talking to someone or whatever. And like theirs is a bit different. They'd be like getting makeup done and shit. But like then they started producing this like separate 11-minute video later in the week, which is like behind the scenes as they're planning what they're going to talk about and stuff. So like the host is in a planning meeting discussing all the different stuff. The other guys are just talking shit to each other and whatever. But it's like, it's so enthralling that like you're like, oh wow, I get to see like what they're actually like all the time. And then you see them, you know, all like they take the piss out of each other as much off camera as they do on it. I think I said to Scott, I was like, you guys, I sent him a link and I was like, you guys need to do this for the Mayhem one, because it would kill, I think, if you had just it's very like, it's not high production quality. It's just a just camera like following someone around.
We thought about doing something like that and like putting it behind a paywall, like a huge paywall where it's like literally, sometimes we can be a little unfiltered, but like literally you get to see exactly what we say, like from with the time we walk in the studio to the time we walk out. And like you get all that. It's like $1,000 a month, something crazy that like you'd only
everybody would
pay.
still see it though because people just clip it.
True, yeah, that's what sucks. But yeah, we thought about doing that. Like it's a huge paywall, and if you want to see like really unfiltered stuff, like you can pay that. And
I'm sent a link to Talking Elite Fitness's Patreon show every week, and I've never watched it, and I'm not a patron, but I'm sent the link every week. Yeah. You can get into anything. All right. So what's your plans then? So open, get everyone through that, whatever. Quarterfinals, it gets more serious, I guess. Mayhem, you'll be coaching Austin, Haley, Paige at Mayhem. And then do you know where you're going after that or not yet?
No. That's everything I know so far.
Just depends where the cards fall beyond there, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk to everyone individually. Like obviously I like their chances. I like all their chances of qualifying out of the classic, but like it's still, you have to look at your season like a business. Like you have to have plan B, not because you don't count on yourself, but you just need to have a plan B because of the way things fall. So you need to like look at, hey, let's 4 or 5 weeks after. We don't need to plan on doing the one that's a week after. Like 4 or 5 weeks after, let's try to plan to do another one, and hopefully we don't need it, but we kind of put that in the training plan for what we're gonna do. And then we can, after the classic, we can come back and look at it. But pretty much everyone's like looking at the classic as their first real opportunity to make it, and then we'll look at stuff beyond then.
Start looking back there for a comment to pick.
Okay.
Someone said, and I wanted to correct it at the time and I forgot, we were talking about programming, and someone said that JR is programming Del Mar, which he isn't.
I didn't know that.
They said he's consulting on it, which he isn't. He was asked to consult on Legends, but I don't think he has. Like, I think they just sort of threw his name out there so maybe people wouldn't criticize them, but he hasn't actually done anything. Like, he hasn't seen any workouts, I don't think. But yeah, I can't find the comment, but someone said he's consulting on just whatever you want. If it's a name that stands out or a comment that stands out, or you just, like, I think, was it Dallin just scrolled up and down until he stopped and then landed on someone. He did that.
So I'm going to choose one that I like. Let's see.
If you tell me the time, then I can pull up the comment as well, which is handy.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's see.
Does Angelo know Toby Craft?
Yeah, I know Toby. He works here now. Gosh. I'm trying to like choose somebody who commented like once, not like somebody who commented just to get the, get the reps in so they can have more opportunities. This guy at 207, Lupe 21, headbands rock.
Wait, what time is 207? 8:07.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Headbands rock. Right. Lupe 21. If you're still here, send me a DM. Send me a DM on Instagram, and I'll give you a pass for the open, a coupon for the open. If you're doing the open and you don't have your own skipping rope, there's still time. You can go to RX Smart Gear and you can get one, and it'll improve your double unders. Like it's actually legitimately stupid how much they improve. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. I was like, I mean, I'm not biased at all. I'm not sponsored by them, but they literally are they're the best jump rope. They have like a hold on the market, in my opinion.
It's stupid though, the difference that it makes. Like
it's crazy.
Like I use it's genuinely flabbergasting. Like the first time you use one of the ropes, you're like, what the fuck have I been doing?
Yeah, like, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well,
it's
like
crazy.
Molly, she had a rope that she just found at like a local competition or maybe Amazon or something. And when she came for like the first time for the open, I'm like watching her. One, she's already bad at double unders, and she's got this. I said, "Where the hell did you get that rope?" She's like, "Oh, I was like whatever. It's $10." I'm like, "We're gonna get you a better rope." That is crazy. Like you already off that. Like it's already
like
moving. You're not great at
wooden handles and a felt.
Oh yeah, and this thing that's like when someone's got an old rope, it's got like all these kinks in it. I'm like, hey, whoa, that ain't gonna work.
Hold up much better than a brand name for how fast my engine spins. What's that?
I don't know what that means.
Brand. What word means how fast your engines accelerate?
Is it are they responding to their own comment?
Or X. Is that how I say it? Oh, RPM. Their ropes wear out quickly. Do you mean RPM or RX Smart Gear? I don't think RX Smart Gear ropes, in my experience, don't anyway.
I don't think so either.
One thing that's actually really good about them, and this is like a small, like it doesn't actually matter, but when it happened, I was like, that's fucking really good. So when the way you roll up a rope and you kind of twist it into a circle upon itself, and then you wrap to keep it in a loop.
Yeah.
I used to have a rogue rope, the Froning one.
Yeah.
And you undo it. And if you've had it like that for a long time, it like remains kind of coiled and you're kind of standing on it and stretching it out.
Yeah.
The RX Smart Gear ones, if that happens, if you hold the middle of the rope and let go of the two handles, they spin themselves they self-correct and go back to just a perfect loop. And the first time it happened, I was like, that's so fucking handy.
Yeah,
like that was crazy handy.
Well, and then there's no coating, so the memory it doesn't hold as much memory either.
No, but even the rubber ones, even like the plastic coated ones, if you just hold the middle, it'll just go like and just sort itself out.
I haven't used a coated one in a long time. Like I started using a bare steel one like way sooner than I should have. I looked like
Hang on, I'll show you this one.
Oh.
So this one the Taylor uses, I think. Oh, I'm stuck in my headphones. It's like it's heavy-ish, like it's not a drag rope or anything, but there's like a button on the handles, and you can shorten or lengthen the rope.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's really nice.
But I thought it was like, if more than one person is using it, you can quickly change. Oh, I'm a 4. I assume that's what it was for. But Dave, the guy that owns the company, was like, no. So you're learning double unders. You're on a 5. You get better. You shorten it.
Yeah,
and because there's like
a new cable all the time.
Yeah, it goes up to 5 on both sides. So you're shortening it by like whatever 10 inches. But it's really good. And like Taylor swears by it. Taylor uses this one more than he uses, because he was like, yeah, you go to a competition, then you can whip out the steel one and you're even faster. But these are good for like perfecting it and like learning it or whatever.
I know that in like 2017, the in the open, the thruster and double under workouts, 10 rounds and 9 thrusters and 35 double unders. Rich had like totally just stopped doing regular double unders. So he's just doing heavy, because that's kind of when heavy were just like the new thing. And he just liked doing heavy double unders, did them all the time. Hadn't done a regular double under in like a year. His first attempt at the workout, he like totally couldn't remember how to do regular double unders. So like, so yeah, I mean, I guess a certain level of that would help. But I get worried about just only doing heavier and then going to my metal rope. But I mean, that's a good idea. It's like basically doing all your training with a weight vest on and then going to a competition, not having to wear the weight vest anymore.
Yeah. The Evo speed one, or the really skinny one, genuinely scares me. Like when you hear it move and you're like, nope.
That's what I'm saying. I started using one too soon. Like I should have had a coated one for a little longer, because I was just whipped every time there were double unders. Like you could tell by the color of my skin that it was that I did double unders that day.
Listen, you pair of fuckers, I do use it, but it's literally just me. It's in my clean, like the floor here is fucking pristine because I clean it so regularly. So I do use it. I just don't treat my equipment like I'm some fucking flamboyant piece of shit that can just afford to buy a new rope next week.
Well, that's probably why, that's why anyone would think that, an RX Smart Gear rope wouldn't hold up that much, is if you do double unders on like concrete. It probably, you do double unders with bare steel on concrete, probably isn't going to hold up long. Like,
yeah, my rogue rope is destroyed because last summer I was doing double unders outside.
Yeah, so I have an extra cable. Like if I'm going on vacation or something and I don't know where I'm going to be doing double unders, I'll bring that extra cable with me. That's like my throwaway cable. And just in case I have to do them like wherever on concrete, then I'll use it until it explodes. And then I don't get to do travel. I don't get to like travel and do double unders anymore. Not traveling double unders.
Yeah, who'd do them? All right. Thanks, Angelo. Great catching up. Like really enjoyable conversation.
Yeah, it was good.
What day is today? Monday. I don't have any more shows planned this week yet, but I might try and fit something in later in the week. I'll keep you posted if I do. Spin will be on Wednesday, 7 will be on tomorrow. Go back. We had an affiliate show today. You can go and watch that if you want. You haven't. I used Dave sent me like every kind of rope that they make, basically.
Yeah.
So he sent me like the crazy, like speed of sound, like crazy, whichever's faster, speed of light, speed of sound, like crazy fast. And then like gradually building up from there, and then drag ropes. And then the half pound rope and the 1 pound rope.
Yeah. What are they called? You know what they're called? Zeus, and then
Zeus and
Chronos.
Yeah, it's another god. I don't know.
Yeah, they're all,
but
like
not the one. But I was like, all right, I'll try a double under with this, and it's literally like fucking telephone wire, like it's just steel cable.
Yeah,
and I jumped, swung as hard. I was like, I need to swing as hard as I can to get it around, and just whacked both my toes at the same time. The pain was like, it's pretty bad. But yeah.
My wife Madison, she is like, that's like one of her skills. Like she's really good at double unders, but she does them so fast. She can either do them at a million miles an hour, or she can't do them at all. So like when you watch, you're like, my heart rate's going up watching it. But then if she trips, you don't want to be anywhere near it, because that thing is going so fast, slice your head off.
Yeah, that's sort of like a JR program for me last year to do a half marathon, and he'd be sending me like running and pacing and stuff, and I'd be like, he's like, oh, was this faster than like he'd be asking me questions about it, and I'm like, I don't know, I just ran. I'm either running or I'm not running. It's like I'm not like, oh, I need to run fast. I just have speed. It's like walking or faster than walking, and that's it. And he was like, yeah, we need to work on that, because that's not normal.
That's my brother. I'm trying to help him. He's trying to train for a marathon right now, and it's the same thing. Like I'm like, so like, what's your mile time? He's like, well, I don't know, like 9 or 10 minutes or something. I go, well, that's how fast you ran the half marathon. He's like, yeah, that's my speed. I'm like, well, you gotta have more than one speed. We gotta get you faster. Like,
yeah,
what are you doing?
Like JR was like to me, well, what do you do if there's a workout with 400 meters or if you're running a 5K? What do you do?
Your running
like,
speed.
I just run in both instances. Like I don't understand the question.
So good.
Like, am I running or walking one of them? Because if I'm running, they're both exactly the same. It's
Yeah.
just one of them's taking
Yeah,
longer.
like I might, if I'm tired, I might walk, and then I'll go back to my running speed if I get less tired.
Yeah, it's like if I'm doing deadlifts, I'm either doing deadlifts or I'm not doing deadlifts. It's like I'm not faster or slower. I'm just doing them or I'm not doing them.
That's so good.
All right, thanks, Angelo. Thanks everyone for watching. Oh, what the fuck was the guy's name? Lupe. Message me on Instagram, and I'll get you sorted out with the pass for doing the open.